Hi, so in this video I'm going to go through part H of question 1 on the Math 2012 paper. So here they've given us an integral from 0 to x of sine of t, and this integral equals 0 has how many solutions for x between 0 and 2 pi? So I guess the first thing to do is just try and figure out what this sine of sine looks like. So here's a regular sine t graph between 0 and 2 pi. So what is sine of this going to be like? Okay, well, between 0 and 2 pi, not 2 pi, pi over 2 here, sine of t is increasing up to this maximum point here is a 1. So because sine t is increased from 0 up to 1, sine of sine t is going to increase, well, sine of 0 is 0, so it's going to increase and then get up to sine of 1. And then after pi over 2 down to pi, we have that sine t is decreasing from 1 to 0, and so this here is going to be decreasing from sine of 1 to sine of 0, which is 0. So it will be, this bit is going to be the same as this, but sort of reflected in the pi over 2 line. And then between pi and 3 pi over 2, we have that sine t is decreasing from 0 to minus 1. And so sine of sine t is going to decrease from 0, and then it will go down to sine of minus 1, which is the same as minus sine 1. And then we can see that between 3 pi over 2 and 2 pi, sine t is increasing up to 0 again. And so here we have it increasing up to sine of 0, 0. Okay, so we have a graph that's rather like a sine graph, but it's only going up to sine 1 instead of 1, and it's only going down to minus sine 1 instead of minus 1. So it's like sine, but a bit flatter. And if we were looking at this integral, then the integral between 0 and x of this, it would just be the area. So say I chose x is here, then that integral would just be this area up to x. So when is the area going to be 0 between 0 and 2 pi? Well then, we can't have t or x being at 0 because that's not in our range. So the only other value would be when this above the x-axis is going to be positive and below is going to be negative. So we're only going to have it being equal to 0 when these two areas are cancelling each other out, and that happens at 2 pi. So our answer is that there is only one solution when x is 2 pi, so it's B.